friends, Shay here. So today I am here to talk to you about some translated books that I really love and adore. This is something I'm doing specifically for the Amazing Readathon, because if you read something that is translated, not in your own native language, then you get bonus points. So here are some of my favorites. I didn't do this specifically for my team. I'm just doing this in general to help out the Amazing Readathon because I am a firm believer of translated works. I'm going to focus primarily on women in translation, just because it is Women in Translation Month in the month of August, if you are unaware. So first off, I'm going to recommend a woman who reads a lot of women in translation, and that is Willow over at Books and Bow. So if you're looking for translated works that I might not necessarily be recommending, I would definitely recommend checking out her channel. She does fantastic recommendations. I got very passionate about translated works after finding her channel. She's grown so much. I'm so proud of what she's doing, and I would highly recommend checking out her channel. So shout out to Willow. Love you lots. Definitely check out her channel. She's amazing. So editing Shay might hate me, but I'm just going to talk about them, and then editing Shay will insert covers for me. So first things first, let's talk about a couple of light novels that I really enjoy. If you're looking for a Chinese light novel, I highly recommend the Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation series by MXTX, or I would recommend Heaven Official's Blessing by them. Those two are my favorites from them that we've seen so far. Another one I would recommend is Stars of Chaos by Priest. I'm in the middle of this one right now. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So if you're looking for something that is a Chinese light novel, I would highly recommend those. If you're looking for some Japanese light novels, some that I've really enjoyed are My Happy Marriage. I'm double dipping on this series, reading both the manga and the light novel and thoroughly enjoying it. Another one that I've really loved is The Haunted Bookstore. So if you're looking for something a little more spooky, a little more mystery feeling, this one might be a better fit for you. If you're looking for something very like slice of life day to day, Restaurant to Another World is a really fun one as well. So with that, we're going to move past light novels. I didn't want to stay there too long because there are lots of other amazing translated things. So first up, let's start with a classic that is translated that I absolutely love and adore, and that is The Phantom of the Opera. I read it in its original French, and I've read it in English. I'm passionate about both. If you love the musical, see what the musical got wrong by actually reading the translated novel. It's not a super long one. This one's roughly 200-ish pages from my memory. It might be more. Editing Shay will let you know. And this is by Gaston Leroux. I really enjoy this one. Again, I was passionate about the musical, and then I read the novel for my French class, actually. And I realized what a greater story it actually is than the musical. So I would definitely recommend reading the novel. Another one that is from German is The Neverending Story. This one is a kids translated novel, or teens maybe. I grew up with the movie from the 80s. And the book is absolutely fantastic as well, and I would highly recommend checking that one out. Another translated novel that was recently translated again, I believe, is Kiki's Delivery Service. The Ghibli film, or Ghibli film, whatever you want to say, both are acceptable in the community, of Kiki's Delivery Service is based on this novel, so I would definitely recommend checking out the novel. The novel is very fun and very sweet, and I had a great time with it. Let's get into some heavier translated works, and we'll go from there. Let's start with one from its Spanish. This is Violeta by Isabel Allende. Anything by Isabel Allende I highly recommend. I plan on reading one of hers this month if I can sneak it in, her newest. But Isabel Allende is brilliant. Violeta in particular is a beautiful novel spanning pandemic to pandemic, one woman's life, and what she goes through. So we go from the flu epidemic, pandemic, to the 2020 pandemic. This book is beautiful, it is brilliant, and it richly goes through someone's life and shows it to you, and it's stunning. I love it. I cried. It's beautiful. Another one that I really loved and has stood out and basically lives rent-free in my head is Convenience Store Woman by Sayaka Murata. I have Earthlings by her as well that I plan on reading soon. But Convenience Store Woman is about a woman who finds her sense of purpose through her job at the convenience store, and how someone gets a job at the convenience store that kind of upends her life for a while and what that does to her. It's brilliant. I love it. Another one that I really enjoy was I believe it's The Housekeeper and the Professor is the title. This is what it looks like. It might be The Housemaid and the Professor. I forget. Anyways, this is again just kind of a slice of life story about what goes on as these two people enter each other's sphere in their life. And it was just so good. I would highly recommend it. Another one is Kim Ji-young, born 1982. This is a Korean-based one in which we are basically following the life of a traditional woman in Korea. It just kind of is a look at her everyday life and how societal expectations can change how you look at yourself and how you treat yourself. And it is so good. I love it so much. I could talk about it for days, but I'm not going to. So, I'm just glancing at my shelf to see if I've missed anything super glaring. Another one that I really loved and enjoyed was Before the Coffee Gets Cold. This one is a short story collection all based in the same cafe. So the thing is, you get served your hot cup of coffee in this cafe, and you have the ability to have a conversation with someone from your past to get closure and to maybe tell someone something you always wanted to tell them before your coffee gets cold. And you have to kind of return back to your body before then, or like things can happen. So this one is brilliant. I love it. I have the third one that I haven't gotten around to reading yet, but I absolutely adore it. I've read the first two and I would highly recommend. And I believe that is where I'm going to wrap this video for today. Again, it is Women in Translation Month, so if you can read a woman in translation, I highly recommend that you do. And for someone who talks about women in translation, definitely just check out Willow's channel. Willow is brilliant. Again, I love her to pieces. I've gotten so many recommendations from her that are books that I've absolutely fallen in love with. So definitely check out her channel. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you're participating in the Amazing Readathon, shout out your team down below. If you're here just because you love me, leave me a Sakura Blossom emoji because I want spring, not summer, because it's too hot. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
It's been raining for days now, been running like a child. Can't feel the cold, well I'm lost here with you, lost in the woods. Lost as I should.